Special thanks to Proton Edar Senawang 4S for letting me feature the 2022 Proton X70 MC1. For more inquiries regarding to any Proton models, do drop by and visit them. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to my channel. So today is the launch of the 2022 Proton X70 MC1 Minor Change 1. For the 2022 Proton X70, we have 4 variants, starting from the base 1.5 liter standard model. Then moving up, we have the Executive. So now Proton have brought back the all-wheel drive unit, but it's exclusive only for the Executive variant. For the Premium, you get a choice between 2 engines. In today's video, I'm going to show you around this 2022 Proton X70 MC1 and tell you what are the changes that Proton have done into this car. Alright, now let's look at the biggest change of this 2022 Proton X70 MC1, which is the engine. So this engine produces the output of 177 PS and 255 Newton meters of torque, paired to a 7-speed DCT gearbox, which you found in the X50 flagship as well. So many of you may say, is this 1.5 liter TGDI enough for daily usage? Well, in my opinion, if you are just driving in town, because this car is quite heavy, it's around 1.7 ton compared to a 1.5 liter, this is a 3-cylinder TGDI engine. So in my opinion, I think it's totally fine if you want to drive in town, because this engine is proven to be more fuel efficient than the current 1.8 liter TGDI engine. Now let's go through the exterior and see what are the changes with this 2022 Proton X70 MC1. So for the first glance, you may not see any difference. So let's start from the headlights. So this headlights is standard from the Executive variants onwards. For the standard variant, you get the halogen projector headlights, but it doesn't come with the daytime running lights. So in this case, for the 1.5 liter TGDI Premium, you get LED daytime running light together with the LED projector headlights. And the headlight design is quite nice. As you can see, you get some details inside and a Proton wording at the sides. So for the front, you get the Proton newest logo, the Thundercat, together with the infinite width design, which is finished in gloss black, surrounded by these chrome accents. So for the down part of the bumper, so this is where the changes begins. So for the X70 MC1, you get this gloss black trim design, contrast with this silver paneling, and this one is your LED fog lights, which are standard across the range. And you do get some silver lining at the bottom to make the car look more rugged. And you see this module right here. So this is the advanced driver assistant feature in the Proton X70, which are only offered starting the 1.5 liter TGDI Premium and the 1.8 liter TGDI. The Executive and Standard doesn't get this feature. So this feature also consists of the adaptive cruise control. And the camera up here is for the autonomous emergency braking. So what you think about the front look? To me, it looks more refreshing than the current one we get, even though it doesn't seem like there are a lot of changes being done. But still, it's still a handsome car to look at, and I quite like the looks of the X70. So let's move to the side. So these are the rims. It's a dual tone rim. So you may seem familiar because this rim is carried over from the X70 SE, which are launched not too long ago. So the measurements are in 19, so it's a 19-inch dual-tone rim. So for the Executive variant, you get the 18-inch rim design. So let me show you. So this is the rim design for the executive variant. So for the standard, you'll get a 17-inch, maybe a single tone design. So as you notice, the side mirror are no longer body colored, it's finished in gloss black together with the LED signal indicators. So you do get a 360 camera standard across the range except the standard variant. So this is the rear look of the X70 Premium. So Proton doesn't change much in terms of design for the rear, but down here the current X70 that we have is finished in silver, but in this case the MC1 is finished in gloss black with some chrome design at the exhaust tip area. And the panel which carries the Proton wording are finished in gloss black as well. And the taillights standard across the range, you get LED taillights. So this being a 1.5 liter TGDI Premium, it doesn't get a panoramic sunroof. You only can get if you get the 1.8 liter TGDI variant. You do get all-round sensors. So yeah, this is basically the exterior changes for the 2022 Proton X70 Premium MC1. Let's check out the interior. So like I said, you do get keyless entry. Okay, starting from the door panel. So the door panels are basically carried over from the current Proton X70 that we have. So this being a premium model, you do get brown Napa leather paddings. If you are getting an executive variant, it's finished in black leather red together with some contrast stitching. Whereas for the premium, you get fabric inserts. So down here you do get a Proton door seals, which looks pretty nice. And for the premium model, you do get electronic seat adjustment for the driver's side together with a lumbar support. And as you can see, this seat looks pretty fat and pretty comfortable. It's finished in Napa leather anyways. So now let's step inside the car. Let's close the door. Pretty solid doors. So for the sound system, for the premium model, you do get a Kenwood sound system together with one subwoofer at the spare tire area. So you do get this design feature in the X50 as well, and the X70 also get it. You do get automatic windows in both directions for all four doors, and this is your central locking. So right here, this is to adjust to flip your side mirrors. You do get auto folding when you lock the car. So this is the button to open the power tailgate. So these are the dashboard layout for the X70 MC1. Basically, Proton doesn't change much in terms of the interior layout, just that they change a bit of materials. For example, for the roof. Remember the current X70 that we have, the roof are finished in cream, but in the MC1, all are finished in full black. So it looks more premium. For the dashboard material section, all are finished in very soft touch material together with some contrast stitching, which makes the interior look more premium. So this is the digital meter for the X70. The meter design will change depending on your driving mode. So let's say we go into eco mode, sport mode. It will show the RPM and the digital speedometer at the center. In my opinion, the digital meter for the X70 looks a bit too complicated compared to the X50 one. Let's talk about the infotainment system. So all are finished in touchscreen. So you can, the display is pretty smooth. You can change the theme, the media, and you can also activate the 360-degree camera. So right now, because my boot is open, so it shows that it shows on the screen right here. The boot is open. So let's say I close it. As you can see, The display right here shows that the power boot is closing. So if you look closely, it can also shows you the door opening angle when you park, so that you don't hit the car besides you. And this is your front camera. You can also switch the view. If you put the signal on the left, the camera will show on the left side. If you put on the right side, it will show the right side. So down here, this is your climate control system. This is your fan speed. You do get dual zone climate controls with automatic function. So this is X70's 7-speed DCT, which you also found in the current X70 model. So you do get manual mode. This is your electronic parking brake, auto hold. This is to turn off your traction control, eco and sport mode, hill descent control, and front parking sensors. So this it's rubberized, so you can put your stuff right here and the stuff won't move around. So when you open it, it reveals 2 cup holders. You can also put your phone because right here it doesn't have any blocking. So let's say if your key fob is run out of battery, you can put your car key at the area right here, because as you can see, it shows the key logo. So if you put the key logo right here, you can start the car because it has a sensors inside. So the interior trims right here remains unchanged for the X70 MC1. So you do get a center armrest, but it's fixed. You cannot move forward and back. But when you open it, it reveals a 12-volt socket and a USB port. And this car standard across the range comes with the air purifier, which is built in the armrest. This is what we call the boss switch. So let's say if you want to put a child seat at the back, but it's a hassle to go to the passenger side, so you can move the seat forward first so that you can leave more space to put your child seat. You can adjust the seat position and the seat back. So up here, the roof lining is all finished in black, so you do get a sunglass holder. This is your interior light, and you do get sun visor together with magnetic mirror. Let's check out the rear seats. So the door openings are pretty wide, so it gives you easy access into the back seats. So first impression, the space is pretty spacious in my opinion. My height is around 170 cm tall, so I get more than enough leg room. The front seat is adjusted a bit backward, but still I do get plenty of leg room. And the seat bench in my opinion is full length. As you can see, it supports my whole thigh. And the back seat also are finished in Napa leather, so it's pretty comfortable to sit. So now let's close the door. As usual, pretty solid doors. So Proton doesn't cut costs for the rear door cards. You still get soft touch material for the door panel together with a Napa leather padding. Like I said, all 4 windows gets automatic in both directions. This is a storage space, but it's not rubberized. Alright. At the front, you do get seat pocket, but it's a netting type. It's not those finished in leather. And you do get rear aircon vents. You can adjust the air volume. This is 2 USB ports and some storage space down here. So these rear seats can be reclined in 2 steps. So this is the most upright position. This is the most backward position. You can adjust it using a lever on the outer 2 rear seats. So this is the center armrest for the X70. Pretty chunky armrest. And I like how the center armrest is designed. So you press this lid to open and it reveals 2 cup holders. So now let's try the middle seats. So I quite appreciate X70 is, as you can see, the center tunnel. This being a 2-wheel drive model, so the center hump isn't too protruding for middle passenger to sit. So technically, it can sit 3 passengers at the back comfortably for long journey trips. So now let's move into the boot. So you got many ways to open a boot: via a button inside the driver's side, via the key, or a hands-free tailgate. Like I said, it's a kick sensor, but this only offers in the premium model. So how to open a boot by using the kick sensor? Basically, have your key on yourself. Put your leg behind underneath the bumper, and kick. The power boot will automatically open. So once you open the boot, the boot volume is pretty decent in my opinion. Not as big, but not as small either. So you do get a tall new cover. It's finished in black instead of the current X70 we get is finished in beige. So black means it's more premium. So you can slide, you can put it back, and you can also detach it by pulling out on these two sides. So you do get the lights right here, so that the night visibility will be more better. And as you can see, I like X70 lid because as you can see, it's finished in pretty solid material. So once you open it, it reveals a toolkit, and this is the subwoofer for the Kenwood sound system. And the spare tire is a space saver type. It's not a full size spare because 19-inch won't fit inside a boot. So you do get a hook right there. So the boot utilization is excellent. You can also fold down the seats by pulling the lever right here. You can push it down. So once you push it down, you do get a slight hump because this seat bench is pretty thick. So you can't expect it to be folded flat. But it's totally fine because at least you can fold down the seats to load longer objects. You do get an isofix top tether point. So to close the boot, you can press this button or by using the kick sensor. Okay. So this is a fuel cap. Like most European cars, you press to open. Unleaded fuel only, so you can put either RON 95 or RON 97. So yeah, this is basically a walk around video of this 2022 Proton X70 MC1. So if you have any comments regarding to this car, you can comment down below and let me know. And special thanks to Proton Edar Senawang 4S for letting me feature the 2022 Proton X70 MC1. So for those who are stay in Senawang, wanted to look for Proton cars, you can come to Proton Edar Senawang 4S and check out the cars. So this is the outlook of the showroom. I'll put the location at the description below. So this is the executive variant. So yeah, this ends my walk around video of the Proton X70 MC1. So I will see you in my next video. Cheers.